Are you ready to step into the heart of ancient Greece? Imagine witnessing the birth of gods and epic battles firsthand. Let's journey back in time and experience it all together. Ready to immerse yourself in the wild and wondrous world of ancient Greece? Hold tight, because we're about to live through some of the most fascinating myths and mysteries of this ancient civilization. Let's unravel the secrets of this captivating culture in just 3 minutes. From the birth of gods to epic battles, we're living it all. First up, the creation myth. This is where it all begins. In the beginning, there was chaos, an endless, formless void that held the potential for everything. From chaos emerged Gaia, the earth, and Uranus, the sky. Together, they formed the foundation of the world. They had a bunch of kids, including the mighty Titans, who would play crucial roles in the myths to come. One of the Titans, Cronus, overthrew his father Uranus in a dramatic power struggle. But here's where it gets wild. Cronus swallowed his own children to avoid being overthrown, fearing a prophecy that one of them would rise against him. Except Zeus, who managed to escape thanks to his mother Rhea's cunning plan. Zeus eventually led a monumental war against the Titans, known as the Titanomachy, and locked them up in the dark abyss of Tartarus. After their victory, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades divided the world among themselves, each ruling a different realm. Zeus became the king of the gods, ruling the sky with his mighty thunderbolt. Poseidon took control of the vast and unpredictable sea, wielding his powerful trident. Now, let's talk about Prometheus and Pandora, two figures whose actions had profound impacts on humanity. Prometheus, a titan, created mankind and gifted us with fire, an act that greatly angered Zeus. As punishment, Zeus chained Prometheus to a rock, where an eagle would devour his liver every day, only for it to regenerate and be eaten again the next. As if that wasn't enough, Zeus created Pandora, the first woman, and gave her a box filled with all the world's evils. She opened it, unleashing suffering and chaos upon humanity, leaving only hope inside. Then, there's the Great Flood, another tale of divine retribution. Zeus sent a catastrophic flood to cleanse the earth of its wickedness. Only Deucalion and Pyrrha, a virtuous couple, survived by building a raft. They repopulated the earth by throwing stones over their shoulders, which miraculously transformed into people. Zeus had a complicated relationship with his wife Hera, the queen of the gods. He was notorious for his infidelity, and she was equally famous for her jealousy and vengeful nature. Zeus fathered many children, both gods and demigods, who played significant roles in various myths. Think of Athena, the goddess of wisdom, Apollo, the god of the sun, Artemis, the huntress, Hermes, the messenger, Dionysus, the god of wine, and Heracles, the legendary hero. Speaking of Heracles, he's famous for his 12 labors, a series of seemingly impossible tasks. These were epic tasks he had to complete as atonement for a terrible crime, killing his own family in a fit of madness. From slaying the invincible Nemean lion to capturing the elusive golden hind, Heracles' stories are legendary and full of adventure. Don't forget Theseus, the hero who bravely ventured into the labyrinth to slay the fearsome Minotaur. And Jason, who led the daring quest for the Golden Fleece with his crew, the Argonauts, facing numerous perils along the way. One of the most famous stories is the Trojan War, a tale of love, betrayal, and epic battles. This 10-year conflict between the Greeks and Trojans started because of the abduction of Helen, the most beautiful woman in the world. Key figures like the invincible Achilles, the noble Hector, the cunning Odysseus, and the powerful Agamemnon make this story unforgettable. And then there's Odysseus, known for his epic journey home after the Trojan War, a tale filled with incredible adventures and challenges. His adventures are immortalized in the Odyssey, a story brimming with monsters, gods, and endless trials that test his wit and endurance. But wait, that was just a preview. Wait. Yes, we are about to take you to the greatest depths and whirlwind tour of ancient Greece's myths and legends, each story more captivating than the last. So, subscribe as we move on, from the creation of the world to epic battles and heroic quests, to the gods' dramatic tales or the heroes' daring exploits. Yes, Greek mythology continues to enchant and educate us. Let's dive deeper into the story of Heracles and his 12 labors. Each labor was a monumental task that tested his strength, wit, and endurance. From slaying the Nemean lion to capturing the golden hind, each labor is a story of its own. Let's explore them in detail. Heracles' first labor was to slay the Nemean lion, a beast with impenetrable skin. No weapon could harm it, so Heracles used his immense strength to strangle the lion with his bare hands. He then skinned the lion using its own claws and wore its hide as armor. Next, he was tasked with defeating the Lernaean Hydra, a serpent-like creature with multiple heads that would regrow if cut off. With the help of his nephew Iolaus, Heracles burned the stumps of the severed heads to prevent them from regenerating and buried the immortal head under a rock. The third labor took Heracles to the Cyrenaean hind, a sacred deer with golden antlers and bronze hooves. Heracles pursued the swift creature for an entire year before finally capturing it without harming it. For his fourth labor, Heracles had to capture the Erymanthian boar, a gigantic and wild beast that terrorized the region. He chased it into deep snow, where it became trapped, allowing him to bind it and bring it back alive. The fifth labor was perhaps the most humiliating. Heracles had to clean the Augean stables, which housed thousands of cattle and hadn't been cleaned in years. Using his ingenuity, Heracles diverted 2 rivers to wash out the filth in a single day. Next, Heracles was sent to defeat the Stymphalian birds, man-eating creatures with metallic feathers. Using a rattle given to him by the goddess Athena, he startled the birds into flight and shot them down with his arrows. The seventh labor required capturing the Cretan bull, a magnificent but dangerous creature that fathered the Minotaur. Heracles wrestled the bull into submission and brought it back to King Eurystheus. For his eighth labor, Heracles had to steal the mares of Diomedes, man-eating horses that belonged to the Thracian king. After taming the horses by feeding them their own master, Heracles brought them back. The ninth labor was to retrieve the belt of Hippolyta, the queen of the Amazons. Initially, Hippolyta was willing to give the belt to Heracles, but a misunderstanding led to a battle. Heracles ultimately took the belt by force. The 10th labor was one of the most challenging, capturing the cattle of the monster Geryon, who had 3 bodies and a fearsome watchdog. Heracles killed Geryon and brought the cattle back after a long and arduous journey. For the 11th labor, Heracles had to fetch the golden apples of the Hesperides, which were guarded by a dragon. He tricked the Titan Atlas into retrieving the apples for him, holding up the sky in Atlas's place temporarily. The final labor was to capture Cerberus, the 3-headed guard dog of the underworld. With the permission of Hades, Heracles wrestled Cerberus into submission and brought him back to the surface, completing his 12 labors. Now let's explore the fascinating world of Greek gods and their relationships. From the love affairs of Zeus to the wisdom of Athena, each god had a unique personality and story. Let's delve into their lives and see how they influenced the world of ancient Greece. Zeus, the king of the gods, was known for his numerous love affairs with both mortals and immortals. His relationships often led to the birth of many famous heroes and demigods, such as Heracles and Perseus. Despite his many flings, Zeus was a powerful ruler who wielded the mighty thunderbolt and maintained order among the gods and mortals. Hera, Zeus's wife and the queen of the gods, was often portrayed as jealous and vengeful, especially towards Zeus's lovers and offspring. However, she was also the goddess of marriage and childbirth, and many women prayed to her for protection and blessings in their family lives. Poseidon, the god of the sea, was another powerful Olympian. Known for his tempestuous nature, he could cause earthquakes and storms. His relationships were as tumultuous as the seas he ruled, and he fathered many children, both mortal and divine. Athena, the goddess of wisdom and warfare, was born fully grown and armored from Zeus's forehead. She was a virgin goddess, known for her strategic skills in battle and her patronage of various arts and crafts. Unlike the other gods, Athena's relationships were more about mentorship and guidance, influencing many heroes like Odysseus with her wisdom. Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, had many lovers, both gods and mortals. Her beauty was said to be irresistible, and she played a significant role in many myths, including the famous story of the Trojan War, which began with the judgment of Paris. Apollo, the god of music, prophecy, and healing, had numerous romantic escapades, but faced many rejections as well. His twin sister Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, was a fierce protector of her chastity and was often depicted as a huntress accompanied by wild animals. The relationships and interactions between these gods were complex and often mirrored the human experiences of love, jealousy, friendship, and rivalry. Their stories provided explanations for natural phenomena and human behavior, shaping the cultural and religious landscape of ancient Greece. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe for more history adventures. Catch you next time. Greek mythology is not just about gods and heroes. It's also about the everyday life of the people. Let's take a look at the culture, traditions, and daily life in ancient Greece. From the bustling markets to the grand temples, let's experience it all. The agora, or marketplace, was the heart of social life in Greek cities. Here, citizens gathered to buy and sell goods, discuss politics, and socialize. The agora was not just an economic hub, it was also a place where ideas were exchanged and democracy thrived. Greek homes were modest but functional. They typically featured an open courtyard, which served as the center of family life. Meals were simple but nutritious, often consisting of bread, olives, cheese, and wine. The Greeks placed a high value on hospitality, and guests were always treated with great respect. Education was highly valued in ancient Greece, especially in Athens. Boys were taught various subjects including philosophy, mathematics, and physical education. Girls, on the other hand, were educated at home, learning skills that would prepare them for managing a household. Religion played a significant role in daily life. Temples dedicated to various gods and goddesses were found in every city. Festivals and rituals were common, and they often involved processions, sacrifices, and feasts. These religious practices not only honored the gods, but also reinforced social cohesion and cultural identity. The Greeks also loved entertainment. Theatres were popular venues where citizens enjoyed plays that ranged from tragic to comedic. The Olympic Games, held every 4 years, were another major event. Athletes from all over Greece competed in various sports, showcasing their physical prowess and honoring Zeus. Art and architecture flourished in ancient Greece. The Parthenon, a temple dedicated to Athena, stands as a testament to their architectural genius. Greek pottery, sculptures, and paintings depicted scenes from mythology, daily life, and nature, capturing the essence of their civilization. From the grandeur of their temples to the simplicity of their homes, the daily life and culture of ancient Greece were rich and varied. These traditions and values have left a lasting legacy, influencing countless generations and shaping the world as we know it today. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe for more history adventures. Catch you next time. And don't enjoy alone. Like and share if you have a dear friend to share to.